I swear, sometimes this really feels like Gran Turismo. Alright, so back from the alignment, and I am happy to report that the car is driving straight. Oh, thank God. Like, I was really worried, man. Like, it was seriously pulling to the left, like, pretty hard last time, you guys. Like, at the end of last episode, when I was showing you when I was bedding in those new Hawk brake pads, every time I was hitting the brakes, like, with some force, it was kind of darting to the left. And so, essentially, I took it in, got it aligned, and the guy was saying that there are parts that are going to be needing addressing soon. So I'm probably going to be taking care of that after the track day. Like, to be honest, the car is going to work fine for this track day, and I'm very happy about that. Like, no parts are broken or anything like that. For example, he was talking about my tie rods on the front right. There's the boot has always been broken on that thing. I'll show you in a sec. The boot has always been broken, and so the tie rod, you know, it starts getting some dirt up in there, and so he said there's like a ball joint in there, and the tie rod is just kind of starting to get loose. Like, nothing is broken or stripped on it, it's just loose, so it sags a little bit. It's not that it's in terrible condition right now, but it's not optimal. But I mean, hey, nothing about this car right now is optimal at the minute. He said always when there's like a problem on the right, the car is gonna pull or move to the left, and pretty much the opposite. If there's a problem on the left, it's gonna pull or move to the right. But so because of that front right slop issue, like it's just moving around, you know, it's got wiggle room where it shouldn't, it's causing an issue with the left. So when I'm braking, it still does want to pull to the left a little bit, but it's not super terrible. Like, it's a million times better than what it was when I was bedding in those brake pads. So it's definitely workable. It's an issue, you know, and I'll be addressing it after this track day. And really, I was kind of worried, like, would I be able to do this track day? Because if it's starting to the left, like, there's no way I will go and track this thing. It would be like dangerous. But when I'm hitting the brakes, it's fine. And when I'm just hitting it, like, I don't know quite how to describe it to you guys, it's fine. But when I stomp the brakes, it will still pull to the left a bit. So, you know, I'm definitely gonna be addressing that, but I feel for this track day, it's gonna be fine. Like, there's no point really where you stomp the brakes. Like, yeah, you wanna give them force, but everything with track racing is you wanna be smooth and you wanna be, you know, not upsetting the balance of the car. So stomping the brakes and stomping the gas always isn't the, you know, the way to do it, in my opinion. So essentially what he said about the rear of the car is that the rear trailing arm bushing on the driver's side is going bad. So it's starting to crumble and wear away. I'm sure all of you are familiar with that. So I'm gonna be looking into getting some of those, I don't know, PCI rear trailing arm bushings, or I don't know, some sort of rear trailing arm bushing. If you guys have any suggestions on that, I would definitely like to take your comments and opinions on that. So that rear trailing arm bushing is going to need replacing. All right, so 1 week out from the track day as of making this, and I'm gonna keep up my tradition of washing the car beforehand. Just wanted to give a real quick shout out and see if y'all made it to the end of this video. Russia is the YouTube commenter name there. I don't know what your real name is, you should tell me. But Russia, I wanted to say hey to you and all your friends, and you're always keeping me on my toes, but I certainly appreciate you watching, man, and all your friends. Hello to Moscow, Russia from Florida. So yeah, very cool of you guys to watch. And also Steven Stevenson, thank you so much for watching, man, and supporting us. We're supporting you. He actually went and used our videos to remove his transmission, and he said he got step-by-step for that, and he got the job done. So great job, Steven, very cool. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, we'll be seeing you all next time out at the track. What's up, you guys? Okay, so that's not the end of the video. I just had a couple other things that I would really like to say. And yeah, if you're making it to this part of the video, thank you. It's awesome, man. Like, I know there are some of you who watch the videos all the way through and you're not skipping and stuff, and sincerely, I just want to say thank you. And to those of you who do skip and you just happen to find this part, great too. I appreciate everyone who watches, really, man, I really do. But so anyway, what I wanted to say was those clips that you saw were from me driving the car yesterday, and I kind of just wanted to drive it again today. This is my last Sunday that I can drive the car before next weekend, before the track. And so I just wanted to go out, you know, just to get that feeling of it again. Like yesterday I was still a little kind of like, not nervous, but like sketchy about like, okay, is this alignment gonna hold? Like this front right tie rod, is that going to be a real serious problem for me? And you know, thankfully I don't think it is. I went and driving it again today, and I got a lot more confidence driving the car. Like the steering input feels a heck of a lot better than it did. The car drives straight. You saw that. Really the biggest issue that I was worried about was the braking. And you know, like I was saying, like when I would stomp the brakes, the car would kind of still pull to the left harder. And you know, I got to thinking about that more, and I think it is because of that front right tie rod, like the guy said, but it's also because that suspension, the springs and shocks are so freaking old, man. When I hit them brakes hard, like it will kind of, you know, start to wiggle to the left. And I think I didn't notice that before, because I started thinking about that. I'm like, why didn't I notice this before? But I didn't notice it before because those brake pads that were on the car before were crap compared to what I have now with those Hawk HP Plus. Like, I'm gonna give you all a full review after this track day, but so far, man, I am really impressed with those Hawk HP Plus. Like, I thought the brakes were okay in the car originally, and I think they were okay, but these things can stop, man. Like, I even noticed that I have hit the pedal just too hard sometimes. Like, I don't need to hit the pedal quite as hard as I did with the old pads. So, like, I would feel my face kind of like coming forward, like it's pulling off me, you know? I'm like, holy crap, like these are some nice pads. I need to get used to the brake pedal feel again in a way. Like I said, I don't need to hit it quite as hard. And so, you know, especially maybe that Motul fluid is really coming into play there too. Like that's all brand new in there. The brake pedal feel is amazing, but I just gotta get used to it. So that'll happen after a couple laps out at the firm. Like I'm certain of that. But so when I don't hit the brakes too aggressive, the car feels great and it stops just fine. And it has a little bit of a wiggle to it, but again, that's because of that old suspension. And that's just something I gotta get used to right now, because this is the path I wanted to take and how I started the video off with that whole Gran Turismo thing. You know, like you add a part, you go test it. You add a part, you go test it, make changes. And that's what I'm doing, man. And I love this process for that. Like I love just adding these little pieces and parts and then testing it. And it's really making me appreciate this car more and more. The next episode, you're gonna start seeing some track footage from Trav and I. We've got 3 or 4 episodes planned with that you all are gonna be seeing. And yeah, can't wait to show you that. Like, we have no idea what's gonna happen, obviously. We can't wait to get out there next weekend, but we really are excited to show you guys too. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. Talk to you in the comments.